What's happening, troops? Welcome back to another video on the SharpDiv YouTube channel. If you're new around here, then do hit that subscribe button and like this video. By the way, this is my Macmillan Cancer Support t-shirt, just in case anybody gets a wee bit rowdy in the comment section. In this video, I'm going to be reminiscing, I'm going to be going back 10 years and I'm going to be telling you guys my story of the UEFA Cup final run with Rangers. Without further ado, let's get right into it. This story starts 10 years ago in 2008. Your boy Dave was still in primary school. I was in primary 7, I was 10 going on 11, and I was a wee spring chicken. Before we get any further on, let's acknowledge how Rangers Football Club actually got to the UEFA Cup final. Well, where can I start? It has to be with Nacho doing the Nacho versus Panathinaikos with 9 minutes to go. The wee Spaniard came up trumps with an away goal that put us into the last 16 of the UEFA Cup. So on to Werder Bremen, an audacious, well-regimented German unit at the time with some Brazilian flair in the form of Diego. Rangers beat them 2-0 at Ibrox with goals from Kuzan and Davis. The return leg was 1-0 to Bremen, but let's not forget the heroics of Alan McGregor. Quarter-final, Sporting Lisbon. This beauty from Stephen Whittaker sealed their fate. So on to the semi-finals, and we were versing Fiorentina. At this point, Rangers had eliminated teams from Greece, Germany and Portugal. So it was only fitting when Nacho done this to the Italians.
Manchester, brace yourself. Rangers are coming!
Manchester, here we come. So the 14th of May 2008, that was the day that we set off, bright and bushy-eyed, nice and early, to Manchester. It was myself, SharpDiv, my granda, his brother and his 2 boys. The journey down was mental. Every single car had scarves, they had banners, they had flags and they were flying them out the window. Everybody was beating their horns and there was even some people getting limos down to Manchester. We had been on the road for a few hours, we had just arrived at Gretna Green to get some food, and this happened. Let me draw it for you. It would help if I could actually draw, but aye, here we go anyway. Right, so this story starts at Gretna Green at a service station. We had stopped off because we were pretty hungry, and as you can see here, there was a lot of Rangers fans. Each dot is a Rangers fan. Anyway, this car starts to approach, right? Everybody's just tucking into their chips and cheese, their chips and curry, and it's getting closer, and it's getting closer, and it's getting closer. And then this Celtic fan emerges with a bumblebee top on, and as you can see here, I was pretty shocked. I told you that my drawing was bad. Yep. So he emerges for the motor, right? And he's surrounded by red, white and blue. He takes one look around him like Eric Cantona and goes into the service station. I don't know what happened when he went into the service station, but when he left, he was still in one piece. He was getting dog's abuse, and will not repeat what was getting said, but aye, that's pretty much it. And then he left. It was weird. He's what I would call bold as brass. It's been a few days since I recorded that last segment, so let's find out what happened when we actually arrived in Manchester. As I already said, I was only 10. We had arrived at Piccadilly Gardens. Keep that in mind. This was like something that I had never seen before in my full life. There must have been, let me check, how many Rangers fans went to Manchester? Wow. According to this article, 150,000 Rangers fans made the journey to Manchester for the UEFA Cup final. I was lucky to be one of them, and I was also lucky to be one of those with a ticket. I remember looking at the shops and every single one had queues right out the door. Rangers fans everywhere that you looked. I couldn't see somebody that was from Manchester. There was that many of our supporters at the match. There was drinking, there was partying, there was singing, there was colour, there was happiness, there was everything. And to this day, it's still one of the best days of my entire life. This was a bucket list day, and I can remember the story that my granda had told me My granddad was born in 57 and in 1972 Rangers went to Barcelona to play in the Cup Winners' Cup final.
In Barcelona, 1972, Holstein scored one, Willie Johnson two.
Unfortunately for him, his dad decided to take his eldest brother, so he was never able to go, and he thought in his lifetime he would never see Rangers in a European Cup final ever again. When I say European Cup, I mean in Europe, no like the European Cup, UEFA Cup, you know what I mean. So I can remember that he pulled off all the stops and he paid a lot of money for those tickets, and he managed to see the famous Glasgow Rangers in a cup final. What was I saying? Aye, Piccadilly Gardens. Manchester City Council put on buses that took fans that had a ticket to the match. So we got on a bus and it was absolutely jumping. It was jumping to the point where the driver had to say, guys, you need to get off, because the bus was ready to tipple. We got to the stadium and that's where things went a wee bit tits up. Me and SharpDiv were sitting together. We had been given 2 seats together and the rest of us were sporadically separated all around the stadium. We got to our turnstile and it turned out that we had tickets in the Zenit end. Got to the front of the line and they says, how can we let you in? You're Rangers fans, you're obviously Rangers fans. We had our colours on, and then we went to the nearest Rangers turnstile. When we got to that, they told us to go back to the one we were at, and we kinda went back and forth. My dad ended up arguing with the people working there and I was in hysterics crying, because obviously I was a young guy and they were telling us we weren't getting in. Luckily though, a supervisor came down and they let us in. They took us in through the Rangers turnstile, took us to our seats, and when sitting down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the teams walked out just in the nick of time. What happened next was mental. We were surrounded with people that had Zenit St. Petersburg merchandise on. What happened though? Those people took off their tops, and what was under it? Rangers tops. Rangers fans bought a ticket in the Zenit end and basically disguised themselves as Zenit fans, but they were Rangers fans, so we ended up sitting with all the Rangers fans, and then the match transpired. Unfortunately for Rangers, we just weren't good enough on this occasion. We were more of a defensive team and we had to score first in order to win a match really, or else take it to extra time and penalties. Panathinaikos, Werder Bremen, Sporting Lisbon, Fiorentina, and now Zenit St. Petersburg, who were absolutely flying in the competition. They had players like Andrei Arshavin, who ended up going to Arsenal and having an illustrious career. He was also like the Russian captain, top quality player, and Rangers had Cup Broadfoot. We just weren't good enough on the day. We'd rode our luck far enough and nothing amounted from it. The match ended up finishing 2-0 to Zenit, but I will tell you something, that match will stick in my memories forever until the day I die. I hope when I'm older, I'm able to take a grandchild or a child along to a European Cup final, because it was absolutely extraordinary. I wouldn't swap that memory for anything. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to the channel and like it. Let me know in the comments how I can improve. I'm always looking to get better. And if you want to follow me in all my other social media outlets, then they will be in the description. My Instagram, @SharpDiv, Twitter, SharpDiv1. Get involved, lads and ladettes. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. I hope you have enjoyed this, because I've really enjoyed making it, and I'm out.